you have succeeded in doing is filling my mind with doubt, clouded my reason. I'm unable to think straight. If my madness is what you're looking for, then this is the first sign of it. Now it's up to you. Which will serve your own self-interest, my dear? If I lose my mind, I'll lose my job. Then where would you be? If I die, you'll get the insurance, but not if I commit suicide. If I take my own life, you'll get nothing. So, you see, my dear, it appears that it would be in your own best interest to let me live out my life.
So, you have me trapped.
The trap is yours. Steer clear of it or stick your head in it.
You'd say you'd kill yourself, but you haven't the nerve.
No? With no one or nothing to live for?
So, you just give up?
I offer a truce.
A truce?
That you leave me my reason. Free my mind from doubt, and I promise I'll retreat.
What doubts?
As to whether Bertha is my daughter.
So, you have doubts about that?
Yes, doubts that you created.
I created?
How are you?
Good. Can you get away?
I have work to do.
You're watching a rehearsal. Your work is in the front office. What are you doing here anyway?
What they're doing in here is my work.
How can I buy presents for the children if they're with me?
Why can't you take them to your mother?
If the child is not mine, I lay no claim to her. Or is that what you want? No. You want me to stay here and support you with my salary while you can have control over both me and the child.
Yes. Power. The only thing worth fighting for. Worth dying for.
Thank you. Very good. You can all leave. Come back tonight at 7:30.
Well, look who's here. My dear Amelia. Don't you look like the lonely old maid? And on Christmas Eve, of all times. Seriously, it breaks my heart to see you like this. Alone.
Good afternoon. Busy day?
These? Yes.
Been doing a little Christmas shopping?
Yes, for my children. I'll have the same. My, what lovely young actresses are reduced to these days. Sitting in a public cafe on Christmas Eve, reading. What is that you're reading? This reminds me of when Robert and I were in Paris once. There was a wedding party, and the groom and his friends were in one room playing billiards. And what do you think the bride was doing?
Reading the funny papers. She sat alone reading the funnies.
Thinking back, I don't recall what became of that couple. They weren't close friends, but I remember thinking, what kind of marriage are they bound to have? He leaves his wife alone to play billiards on their wedding night.
Here you go.
She did have her funny papers, though. You shouldn't have left him, Amelia. I told you to forgive him, remember? You could be married now with a home of your own. Do you remember when we were at his parents' house and you went on and on about how you longed for a home of your own and would do anything to get out of the theater? The theater. There's nothing like a home of your own. There's nothing like children. You never know the true meaning of the word love until you have children of your own. But I guess you really wouldn't. Oh. Oh, I've done some shopping. Look what I got for the children.
Look, for Lisa.
It's the kind that can turn its head and close its eyes, see? Well? Amelia, did you think this was real? It's a toy gun for Martin. I didn't scare you, did I? Do you actually think that I would shoot you? Now, if you shot me, that would be more likely, wouldn't it? Well? You still don't think that I'm responsible for your being kept out of the National Theater, do you? I swear to you, I had nothing to do with that. What's the use? Look at these. These are for my husband. Made of the finest leather. But look here. I embroidered these tulips myself. The tulips are trite myself, but he has to have them on everything.
little man. He walks like a woman in slippers. Watch. You should see Robert in slippers. He's really a different man. Oh, watch this. Here he is when he's mad. Damn those morons. When are we going to get a maid who can make decent coffee? Is that what you idiots call trimming a lamp wick? Or I know. There's a draft under the door, and the slippers don't keep his feet warm. It's freezing in here. Can't one of you pinheads keep a fire going in the stove? That's right. But more than likely, he won't be able to even find his slippers because Marie put them under the dresser where she knows he'll never look. How terrible. It's a sin to make fun of your husband like this. We shouldn't be laughing. He's really a wonderful man. I'm serious, Amelia. Stop smiling. You should have a man like him. He's really a very compassionate man. And faithful. What are you grinning at, Amelia? I know my husband's faithful to me. Surely you're not going in for that gossip about him and Frederic. Amelia, I know all about that, you know. She tried to seduce him when I was away on tour. I'd have torn her eyes out if I were here. Robert told me about it himself, you know. I'm glad he told me. It would have killed me to hear about it from the rumor mill. It's not like Frederic's the only woman who tried to seduce my husband. They're crazy about him. God knows why. Maybe you've tried, Amelia. Don't worry. I know he's not interested in you. You know, I've always felt that you held some grudge against Robert. Come over to the house tonight, Amelia. Please. That way I'll know you're not mad at us. Or at least me. I can't stand the thought of having you as an enemy. And you especially. I don't know. Maybe I did keep you from getting in the National Theater that time. If I did, it was unintentional. What happened to our friendship? Do you know, the first time I saw you, I was afraid of you. Honestly. I couldn't stand to have you for an enemy, so I made you my friend.
But every time you came over, my husband became so disagreeable. It made me ill at ease. I tried everything to make you two friends, but... And then you got engaged. Funny. Right after that, you and Robert seemed to become great friends for a while. It was like being in a committed relationship allowed you to show your true feelings. You'd have thought that I'd been jealous, but I wasn't. And then at Edward's baptism. Remember? You stood up as his godmother. Do you remember when I made Robert kiss you? You got so upset. Remember? Why? Why did you break off your engagement? And why haven't you been to our house since? Wait. You were so upset. You know, it never occurred to me how upset you got. Not really. Not until just this moment. Would you say something? You just sit there and you don't say a thing. You just let me babble on. Of course. How could I be so? Get out. I trouble myself to embroider tulips, which I hate, on his slippers. And why? Because you like tulips. Our summer house is on the lake because you can't stand the sea. Our son's name, Edward, because your father's name was Edward. I've been wearing your colors, reading your authors, eating your favorite foods, even drinking your drinks. Everything I have came from you. Even your passions. Your soul dug into mine like a worm digs into an apple. I wanted to escape from you, but there you were, like a snake, with your big eyes hypnotizing me. There you sit, calm, still, indifferent. You could care less if it's day or night, Christmas or New Year's, whether other people are happy or miserable. There you sit, without the ability to love or be loved. Do you know what they call this place? The rat trap. That's right. Because you just sit here reading your paper, hoping to find out who else is ruined. Who got arrested? Who's been fired from the theater? Who's near death or dead? Like a goddess, waiting for her next sacrifice. Poor Amelia. You have my pity, dear. I know that you feel wounded, and you're mean because you're hurt. For as much as I'd like to despise you, I really can't. You're so helpless. Like an infant. Oh, that with Robert? That's all right. In fact, you've done me quite a favor. Someone had to teach me how to drink chocolate. Might as well have been you. When it's all said and done, I'm the stronger, wouldn't you say? No? Then why is it that everything you have is so empty, so pointless? And why is it you're always so quiet, so still? I used to think it was from strength, but now I think it's just because you don't have anything to say.